Hello, Beavers. Good day. Have you ever made a decision in your life wherein you had to choose not to be involved in something or someone troublesome? In this biblical literary analysis, I'm going to share with you the crucial role of a minor character who was very instrumental in the passion of Jesus Christ. This biblical literary analysis is about the crowning with thorns. The passage that I'm reading for this analysis is from the book of John, chapter 19, verses 1 to 8. In this analysis, I'm going to discuss to you the characters, the characterization, the narrator, the setting, the plot, the conflict, the theme, the morals, figurative language, and symbol as well. First, let me discuss to you the characters in this excerpt, in this biblical passage. The protagonist or the main character of this passage is, of course, Jesus. As for the antagonists or the main opposers of the protagonist, Jesus, I can see the following characters. First, the soldiers, and then the chief priests, and the temple police. So, why are they very antagonistic towards Jesus? According to the passage, it is because Jesus made himself the Son of God. From reading the passage, I can also see a minor character here. His name was Pontius Pilate. He is a minor character with very crucial role in the Passion of Christ, as I mentioned a while ago. Why is that? Because instead of himself, he let the people decide on what to do with Jesus Christ during that time. Aside from characters, I can also see characterization in this passage. For instance, I can observe indirect characterization. Indirect characterization means that the narrator is using the character's speech or actions to show the characteristics of or the traits of the characters. For example, in this passage, the narrator is showing how the soldiers were mocking Jesus and bullying Jesus by saying, "All hail, King of the Jews." The passage also shows us that the Jews were bullying and mocking Jesus by slapping Jesus. Now let me discuss to you the narrator of the passage. Based on my analysis, the narrator in this passage is a third person objective. Why is it objective? Because I have noticed that the narration is only based on the observation of the narrator. Next, let me discuss to you the setting of this text or narrative. For the place setting, this story happened in the governor's palace. The governor's name, again, was Pontius Pilate. As for the time setting, this happened during the festival wherein it was time for the people to release one prisoner or to pardon one prisoner. This was part of the local culture or custom of the local people. In relation to the setting, I can also see a functional setting. When we say functional setting, it means that a part of the setting or the event, the story, is actually helping move the plot forward. Specifically, the functional setting that I can see here as part of the plot are the crown of thorns and the purple cloak used by the soldiers to mock Jesus. While saying, "All hail King of Jews," the soldiers were actually slapping the face of Jesus. To clarify, the crown of thorns and the purple cloak were actually used by the soldiers to make it vivid, to prove to the people that Jesus was actually claiming that he was the Son of God. So, if we are going to think of it, the soldiers used the material things to help convince the people why they need to punish Jesus with crucifixion. In addition, according to the law of the locals, they were saying that Jesus deserves to die for claiming that he was the Son of God. Next, I would like to discuss the plot. When we say plot, it's about how the order of events were narrated by the narrator. In this short passage, I can see linear or chronological order. This means that the narrator narrated the events from the beginning to the end. Next, let me discuss to you the conflict that I observe in this passage. Specifically, I can see an external type of conflict. Under external conflict, I can observe character versus character. As evident in the text, the soldiers, the chief priests, and the temple police were all against Jesus. Upon reading the excerpt, I have observed that Pontius Pilate was neither on the side of Jesus or on the side of the antagonists. In my interpretation, Pontius Pilate was actually playing safe. In the passage, Pilate said, "Take him and crucify him yourselves. I find no case against him." After this, Pilate actually washed his hands. This is actually the beginning of the cliche or the idiom, washing of hands. From this action symbol, we can connect the morals of the passage. One way to say the moral of the story is that some people refuse to take responsibility on a matter. Or another way to say it is that some people do not want involvement in a troublesome matter. Have you ever been put in the same situation, beavers? A situation wherein you did not want any involvement in a troublesome matter or a troublesome person? Just imagine a situation wherein you had to choose between saving yourself or doing the right thing. This scenario actually reminds me of some news that I can see online. It's a political situation wherein some politicians are being tried, they are being questioned about a situation, and then when they are involving people, those people would actually absolve themselves. So figuratively, we can say that these people are actually washing their hands. From the theme and the morals, let me discuss to you the figurative language that I can see in the passage. Specifically, I can see verbal irony in this passage. Verbal irony is when somebody is saying something but means the opposite of that. In the passage, we can read the soldiers saying, "All hail, King of Jews," while they were slapping Jesus in the face. This is a verbal irony because, in fact, the soldiers were actually mocking Jesus, meaning the opposite of what they were saying. Why the opposite of what they were saying? Because truthfully, they actually did not believe Jesus when he was saying that he was the Son of God. Next, let me discuss to you the symbol that I can see in the passage. When we say symbol, it means that something represents another thing. The first symbol that I can see in the passage is a material symbol, which is the crown of thorns. As we know, a crown actually connotes kingship or royalty. Another symbol that I can see in the passage is an action symbol. Specifically, that is the washing of hands of Pontius Pilate. What does the washing of hands symbolize? So as I have explained earlier, the washing of hands means that somebody is intentionally removing himself from an involvement in a matter. These material symbol and action symbol are very instrumental in the story of the Passion of Jesus Christ. So there, I hope you enjoyed listening to my biblical literary analysis this week. Thank you, Beavers. Bye!